Hey everybody, Elirra here. Today I'm going to do a showcase on Tohukos, so let's get right into it. The Tohukos is a Tier 3 terrestrial omnivore. It is a dev creature that represents Stood_04. The species is only available in the ticket shop for 300 Robux, and the stored version is available in the Shoom shop for 1,125 Shooms. There's a second color palette. To gain the second palette to Tohukos, players must meet Stood_04 in-game while they have ownership of a species. While not mentioned by the game's menu, meeting a developer simply means having the developer within load range, which is about 475 studs, or just under the length of Flower Cove from the Desert Bridge. Contrary to popular belief, players do not need to be using their Tohukos in order to receive the palette. They only have to be within 475 studs of the developer and own their species. However, this is broken right now, making the palette unobtainable. This should be fixed in a future update. The description for Tohukos is an extremely swift and agile creature that can be seen running among the forests and rocky regions of Sonaria. They tend to prefer plants over meat, but won't hesitate to use its speed to chase down small creatures for food when desperate. They are very energetic and social, having large varieties of groups scattered around Sonaria. For you role players out there, the creature behavior is as follows. Tohukos live a social lifestyle but aren't organized and have very little structure in their groups. Some individuals may have more respect than others for various reasons, but generally they don't care about status and keep to themselves along with others closer to them. These groups vary a lot, so rarely some can be more organized than usual and even shift in behavior over time. Tohukos are fairly intelligent and are able to communicate to each other. They have the ability to do basic problem solving, but don't use tools. Being completely blind, Tohukos depend heavily on scent and hearing for communication. Their sense of hearing is below average, but their sense of smell is extremely good. Tohukos each have a distinct scent to identify each other. Along their fur, there are glands focused on their markings that make these various smells. Tohukos use their whiskers to greet each other, similar to ants, and their antennae. The whiskers focus on touch, vibrations, and picking up chemicals, while the fleshy frills on their face focus on smells. Because Tohukos navigate the world using smell, individuals usually have a favorite creature by scent. More often than not, this creature is Rukig, which smells sweet like chocolate. Groups of juvenile Tohukos will sometimes surround harmless Tier 1 creatures to learn about them, and for entertainment. Sorry, Rukig. Commodore smog is very disorienting to Tohukos and can leave them unable to smell for days on end. Those affected by this have trouble recognizing their Tohukos. Now for the appearance. The Tohukos is a slender creature with 2 pairs of long arms, which also seem to count as its legs. The Tohukos does not seem to have traditional legs, so it appears to walk on the back of its clawed hands. The upper half of the Tohukos' head is lined with a pair of 3 spikes, getting smaller as the spikes approach the back of its head. A pair of whiskers sprout from below its nostrils, and a large flap juts from the underside of its chin. It has tufts of cheek fur and does not appear to have eyes. It has a small row of fin-like appendages, which resemble this creature's neck flap, which start at the base of the creature's neck and ends on the creature's lower back, getting increasingly smaller the further the appendage is from the neck. Another fin-like structure can be found lining the base of the creature's tail. The tail itself is long and thin, tapering into a thicker, fin-like shape towards the end. Males seem to have 3 feather-like additions near the base of the tail, a bit past the base of the tail fins. Females seem to have 2 pairs of feather-like additions on each shoulder. A little bit trivia about Tohukos. The concept is by Stood_04. It's inspired by bats, butterflies, and fleas. Previously, Ginbuel was Stood_04's developer creature, but was replaced by Tohukos because the developer felt it was too similar to normal creatures. When first seen and played as, people called it Stick and Noodle from its slim shape. Its animations are as follows: run, sit, lay. Well, that's kind of hard to see with it in the ground. Sorry, guys. Mine's only a juvenile. Cower. I hope you can see that with it getting dark. And aggro. Its calls are as follows: broadcast, friendly, aggro, and talk. I'm going to be giving one of these away. The giveaway will end on March 5th. Just like, sub, and leave your Roblox user and display in the comments below. You can also see the details in the description below. Well, that's it for me, guys. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!